Good morning, family and friends of Miami Union Adventist Academy. My name is Edwin Cillier, principal of MUAA. And once again, I want to say welcome to the 2025-2026 school year. Hopefully, I saw you at the town hall meetings that we had in August. Hopefully, I've seen you already either in the parking lot or picking up kids or dropping off kids or in the office. Hopefully, we have had a chance to meet already. Hopefully, you're a returning parent to us, to MUAA. And I just want to say thank you and welcome, welcome, welcome. I know it's September already. We are in full swing, and I'm glad that you have stuck around and that you're here with us. So, today, I just want to share with you just a few announcements, and I'm going to continue to do this as often as possible just to keep you updated as to the things that are coming up, as to the things that are happening, and just general updates. So, thank you. Thank you for sticking around. Welcome. The first thing I want to talk about today is the safety concerns that are not just around our campus, but also just around the nation. Unfortunately, every time that something horrible happens, like the shooting that just took place in the school recently, it kind of keeps us in high alert as to what's happening in our own community and how we are keeping our own kids safe. And just so you're aware, in case you have not been around with us before, historically speaking, we're a very safe campus, and I believe because uh, God has truly protected us from many things that could happen, and we live in this world that bad things do happen, and our first line of defense, our first protection that we have, it's prayer. And believe it or not, it is prayer, and it does work, and the Holy Spirit has been protecting us. However, throughout the year, we have also taken deliberate measures to ensure that our kids are safe. Yes, we have put a fence around our campus that have proven to be quite effective as well. So we have added, over 60 security cameras around campus, and we are added since last year. We also added a security patrol with the North Miami Police Department, and hopefully you've seen them around our campus during dismissal or throughout the day. If you ever come by throughout the day, they're around, they're jogging around, they're keeping an eye on us just to make sure that we are safe. Is this enough? No, not at all. And just know that if we're not doing more, it's not because we don't want to, it's because sometimes finances prohibit us from doing more. But just know that it is on top of our list. It is important to us. As safety, as I said at town hall meetings, I said for many years, safety is more important than comfort, and we'll continue to strive to be safe. So, what are our goals? What are some of the things that we're trying to do? We really are wanting to now add security personnel, an active security personnel on campus that is with us 24/7. We are wanting to add more security cameras. We are wanting to add more of the personnel that is just around campus patrolling the campus, ensuring that we're safe at all times. We are enhancing our security measures as far as coming in and out of the building. We're also adding another wall, hopefully maybe I'll add a picture to this. We're adding another wall that will only allow you to come once you come in the front gate. Will only allowing you to walk in from the front gate directly to the office, and will allow you to have access to the rest of the campus. We're also going to be changing the process in which our VPK parents drop off and pick up our kids, because that's also very important to us. Unfortunately, some of these things do take time. And however, just know that the safety of our kids, safety of your kids, is a priority to us. It has always been, and it will always be. And just know that we're doing the best that we can. Thank you. I've received a few text messages. I received a few phone calls. I received just a few conversations that I've had with parents, uh, obviously concerned and rightly concerned about how we're doing, what we're doing, when we're doing, and just know that that is on top of mind. That is important to us. They are important to us. Not only our kids, of course, but our staff members, everybody that walks into our facility is important to us. And just as you've seen, some of you have seen, we're going to continue to do our drills, our lockdown drills, our bomb threat drills, our fire drills. we're going to continue to do those often just to ensure that we are aware what to do in case of an emergency. Just know, thank you for the calls. Thank you for the text. Just know that we're doing the best we can. And what can you do? That's another question. What can you do during this time? If you have time to volunteer, we would love to be working with you. We need help in many different areas, and that's not a secret, whether it's helping around the kitchen area, whether it's helping just monitoring the hallway, just ensuring that all guests that are on campus have proper badges and are going to the proper location. We are we need your help. So prayer is important. Please pray, continue to pray that God continues to keep us safe. But if you have time and if you would like to work with us, we'd love to have you volunteer and just be part of us. So please do. Another concern that is equally important is what are we doing now that the flu season is in full swing, that COVID is on the rise, that we are just in the midst of this uh, diseases really that won't go away. And now, on top of everything, as you have heard, the policies and laws and the guidelines have changed, and now we're no longer required to have our kids vaccinated. So that adds different levels of care that we have to do in order to keep our kids safe, not only from things from the outside, as I just talked about, but also things from the inside. So yes, COVID numbers are on the rise. And it's super important that you're taking care of yourself, that you're taking care of your kids, and by all means, that we're taking care of each other. So, from parents, we're asking you, please, if we can't require this, but we're asking you, please, if your kids are sick, please don't send them to school. We are highly recommending that you keep them home, that you nurture them, that if they have any kind of viruses, that they don't bring them and they don't infect other kids on campus. That is super important that we just be mindful of that. That before they leave in the morning, if you have any doubt, check to see if they have a fever, check to see how they're feeling, and let's take care of them first, and that way we're taking care of our overall community. Another thing that we are advising, if you think they're not feeling well, send them to school with a mask. The school is not providing masks. So please do send them to school with a mask so they can also be protected. That's if they're feeling sick, not just because they don't want to contract someone else's sickness. That is super important that you stay on top of that. But it's also important that we take care of the entire well being, the mental, the physical, and the spiritual. So and don't send them to school with a mask just because. So only if they're not feeling well, make sure that you keep them protected. Additional to that, send them to school with hand sanitizers. We are we are we are ensuring that our kids are continues to wash their hands. That's one of the main reasons how we share germs, how we share everything else. So please ensure that they're being taken care of. Please ensure that they are well taken care of physically, so that way they're not sharing any kind of germs. From the school side, what are we doing? We're reviewing our contract with our janitorial company just to ensure that every day that we are sanitizing our open areas or sanitizing our classrooms, that we're sanitizing our 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 door handles. And with our teachers, we're also working with just to ensure that we are uh, after every class period or between class period after school, that we're sanitizing, that we're cleaning, that we're eliminating the germs just as much as possible. But it does take a community effort, not just one person to do this. So please do it on your part. We're going to do the best on our part. It is what it is. There's no the mandates no longer exist where we are asking you to keep them home for 2 weeks if they had COVID, and some of those guidelines have completely changed as this epidemic as it's kind of living here with us now. So we had to ensure that we are compliant, but that we also are balancing out all the areas. For example, we can't, most of us are accepting and receiving step up, and step up also requires a number of attendants that we need to apply, that we need to qualify for, that we need to abide by in order for your kids to be able to receive the funds from step up. So So we can't just say, just stay home for 2 weeks or stay home for 5 days or stay home for 3 days. And those guidelines are no longer there. So we'll continue to review those and continue to be mindful of it. Again, we want to protect our kids. We want to protect our staff. We want to protect our home. We want to protect our elderly parents. We want to protect everyone that is in our midst. So please be mindful of that. So it is that important. That's why I'm taking this long to talk about it, because it is that important that you understand and that we abide by it and that we work on this together. There's no magic wand. There's no let me give you my kids and you take care of them 100%. It is collective work, and that happens in the spiritual realm. That happens in the physical, which is what we're talking about, and of course, that happens in the academic realm as well. So, and that's what we hire. That's what we hire. That's what you hire us for us to work together for the benefit of our kids. So let's protect them. Let's protect our staff. Let's protect each other at home, and so let's do the best that we can. Moving on, just a friendly reminder that there are fees associated with leaving kids after school. I know we talked about this in all our town hall meetings. We have mentioned this in our home and school meetings as well. So just be a reminder that after school care begins at 4 p.m. At 4 p.m. on Monday through Thursday. It begins at 4 p.m. It begins at 2:30 p.m. on Fridays. Make sure that you understand the fees that are associated with it. There are those that have signed up to be for us to take care of their kids after school. They have a separate fee. And if you have signed up for your kids to be taken care of after school as in a supervisory role, know that the fee for that is $10 per hour, literally $10 per hour. You can sign up. You prepay. This is something you prepay for, and that way you can leave your kids and know that they will be taken care of for the entire time they're there. And because you're preparing for the service, know that if you don't use the funds for after school care that you pay for, those funds are returned back to you. However, if at 4 p.m. you do not have a prepaid service, and it's called a drop off. That's what means that by 3:20, when dismissal starts, or 3:30 for high school, if you don't pick up your kids between 3:20 and 4 o'clock, at 4 o'clock, they start being charged at $1 per minute. Yes. If you just drop them off, if you have not prepaid, you will be charged $1 per minute until 5 p.m. After 5 p.m., then you will be charged at $5 per minute. Yes, $5 per minute. And at 6 o'clock, you start being charged at at $10 per minute. So just ensure that, again, if we're leaving kids behind, we have to pay people to take care of the kids. So it's easier for us if we pre-plan for this than if you just drop the kids off and expect someone else to take care of them. That does applies to all our kids left behind. If your child, son or daughter, is on an after-school care program, meaning if they are in choir, or they're in band, or if they're doing something like that, then that teacher would take care of them until you pick them up. But just know similar fees apply after 6 p.m. Just remember that we are at school from as early as 6:30, 7 a.m., and we need to have our teachers go home. So let's do that. Nobody wants to work for 12, 14 hours a day. So let's ensure that we are respectful of the time, that we are picking up our kids accordingly. And if you have any questions or issues, make sure that you come to the office and we can certainly address them without a problem. Again, after school care has started. Fees associated with it will start. And also know that the other component of it that we are working on, we're trying to work the academic part of it, either with all-in-one education or with Sylvan. We're trying to bring those back. A survey will be going out to see how many of you are interested in now not just leaving your kids after school, but leaving them in a place that they can be helped academically as well, whether it's with their homework, whether it's advancing, whether it is with everything else that they need help with academically. And I would follow that up with, academically speaking, Hopefully by now you began using iExcel, and that's all of our students. Again, there's no need for your child to come home and say, I don't have any homework, because your response, if they do, your response should always be, okay, let's get into iExcel. Let's hone those skills that you need to work in. And if you're perfect in everything, then let's work on the next skill so you can advance and move ahead. So again, that's all of our students have access to iExcel. If you have any questions about that, reach to the office, reach to the VP associated with your department, and they'll be able to help you access iExcel. Again, they don't have homework, great. Have them work on their iExcel, because that's definitely going to help them succeed academically. So please, let's work together to ensure that our kids can do the best that they can. They can achieve the highest that they can achieve. Additionally to that, there have been some questions asked regarding the $500 referral fee that we have instituted. Yes, that's still active. That's still, if you refer any child to the school, that is still active. But there's a part that I guess I've been missing in the process. Just to remind everyone, when a child is admitted to the school, the family that admitted that you refer, that family, as they're doing the admissions process, there is a form that they have to fill out, which is a referral form. That form, that parent tells us that you are the reason why they're in school, and then that kind of puts the ball rolling for us to be able to give you the $500 that we have been talking about. So we have a couple of parents, at least 2 parents or 3 maybe, that have taken advantage of this. We were just missing that little part. I wanted to clarify that if you want $500, referrals a student to MUA after they have been accepted, and technically after they've been around for at least a semester, that's when it applies. Some of us have been benefited. We have skipped that step, but that's okay. We want to make sure that the child remains in school, and we'd be happy to give each one of you $500. So, that could be a part-time job for some of you. So there you go. So we do have some seats available in some of our classes as well. And we are happy with the number of students that have returned, because that's going to allow us to do a better job academically in reaching every single one of them. So iExcel is one. Referral form is active. I'm probably gonna put that on the website as well, so you have access to that, so your families can fill that out as well. And just know that we're here wanting to do the best for you and for our kids, and we're gonna continue to do so. One more thing that I want to just mention to you as well is we are looking for coaches. So we have an athletic director, a very active athletic director. So we are looking for coaches. We would love to institute a few things this year. We'd love to do soccer. We would love to do, again, and bring it down also for the other departments as well. Soccer for middle school and high school. We love to do flag football, middle school and high school. Volleyball, boys and girls, middle school, high school. We like to do track as well, and I keep saying middle school and high school, but also elementary as well, as it applies as well. So, but we need coaches. So we do pay a stipend to our coaches. So if you have some time that you want to dedicate to our kids, we gladly appreciate it. I know we have some challenges, location, transportation, but we can always work on those together for sure. And as you know, the season, it's crazy. So but talking about the season, please keep in mind of the weather. Please send your kids to school with an umbrella, with a rain jacket, with boots, with whatever you need to send them for them to be protected from the elements. As of right now, I know it's going to rain all week this week, and who knows, maybe next week. So ensure that they're protected. Ensure that they're not walking out in the rain without protection. We don't want our kids to get sick. Again, as I mentioned before, it's flu season. We don't want them to get sick. So please pay attention to the weather. And I'm not saying look up and say that it's sunny, but look at the forecast so you know how it's prepared. Many, many times it's been blazing hot. It's Miami. It's Florida. It's blazing hot in the morning, and 5 minutes later is a thunderstorm like Noah's Ark is about to happen all over again. So uh, work with us, work with the team at MUA just to ensure that we are keeping our kids safe from the element as well. Last but not least, I want to share a few dates I'm going to put here on the screen. A few dates that are important for you to remember. And when it comes to dates, however, remember that you can always go to the school website, www.muasda.org, and go under the tab that says calendar, and it will show the school calendar. It is live. As we change things, whatever happens on campus, it automatically gets reflected on that calendar. Well, the exact same calendar, excuse me, is also found on RemWeb. So when you go into RemWeb, you go to your parent portal, and you'll be able to see the calendar there as well. And of course, when I say RemWeb, excuse me, I also mean fax, RemWeb, fax management, same company. So once you go into fax, you log into your student's account, which I'm hoping that by now you're doing consistently. You make sure that there's no discrepancy, that you're keeping your teachers accountable, ensuring that they are putting in grades, and that you know if your child is doing their homework or not doing their homework, how they're doing their quizzes, how they're doing their projects, what things are coming up, what are the lesson plans, and how that's happening. So ensure that you are just paying attention to that. So, but with that said, let me share with you a few of the events that are coming up. I'll mention some, and I'll show them on the screen as well. First off, we have coming up, we have now in September, we have MAP testing is taking place. It has been taking place this week. And we're going to continue through September 15th is our MAP testing. On September 16, on Tuesday, September 16, we have our Home and School Association meeting that is happening every third Tuesday of the month. That is taking place. So make sure you join. Make sure you put in your calendar. The meetings are good. The committee is active. So be part of that. Be part of what's happening there. And we certainly want to work together with Home and School. On September 17th is Picture Day. Picture Day is September 17th. So make sure the night before that your child gets a good, nice rest. So they have a good view, a good look there. So September 17th is Picture Day. So make sure that you are ready for that. On September 18th, we have our second mission trip meeting. So this is for high school students. Just know the application is coming up due soon. So make sure that you're filling that out and turning that to me in the office. September 18 is our second mission trip meeting. And for the parents, just remember or just know that we are doing a mission trip to Egypt in the continent of Africa. So your blessing, your prayers is very much needed. And lastly, on Monday, September 22nd, we have a digital day. If you're new to us, let me explain what that means. A digital day is a day where we just come together as a staff and we're teaching our kids virtually. That's virtual day. That we are assigning homework, our assignment, classwork, we're assigning everything for them to do digitally at home. Why do we do this? There are a few reasons why we do this, but the main reason why we do digital days is because let's hope that this never happens, but if we're ever in a situation that we are having to stay at home for a prolonged period of time, then our teachers and students know the apps to go to, know how to access the classrooms, know how to access their homework and their classwork, and know how to work independently as well. So we have digital days. We also have virtual days. The difference is on virtual days, the teacher is with them. The teacher is in the classroom. The students is at home, and they're working together through such platforms such as Zoom and so on and so forth. So again, we are preparing just in case something never happens that we have to stay home for a prolonged period of time. Let's pray that that never happens. But just know that on Monday, September 22nd is our digital day. So again, I want to say thank you to all of you. I know this video is a little long. Hopefully you listen to it all the way through. If you have any questions, reach out to your vice principal, reach out to me, or come to the office, and just know that during the time of dismissal, it's not a time to have meetings or to ask questions. It's a time to be dismissed. And just know, as I remind everyone before, dismissal starts at 3:20. However, if you need to pick up your child, you need to pick them up before 2:30. Okay? Between 2:30 and 3:20, we're not dismissing students. A lot of parents believe that they want to just come in at 3 or 2:45 and just get the kids early before the actual dismissing time. Just know that the attendance record is reflected, and just know that this is attendance that is submitted to Step Up, so you are in danger of losing the scholarship if you just continue to get your kids out of school early. And on top of that, here in the office, I will share this. I've seen some of the, I don't have words to describe it. Some of the reasons that parents come or guardians or people in charge come to pick up the kids are just not smart. I'll say it that way. There's no reason why you need to get your child out of school because you want to go do your nails, or because you want to do your hair, or because we have heard so many excuses of why guardians or siblings want to pick up their child early from school. They have nothing to do with doctor's appointments. They have nothing to do with something academic. They have nothing to do with something important. Sometimes we value our comfort more than the education that we're trying to provide our own kids. So let's not chop the legs off our kids from just because of our comfort, just because we don't want to wait in line for dismissal. A dismissal happens fairly quickly when everybody's doing what they're supposed to do. Once we start at 3:20 for elementary and middle school, and high school at 3:30, within 20 minutes, we're done with over 200 students. Yes, in 20 minutes. We could do it that quickly. So do not flood the office. Do not come to the office just because you want to skip the line. You're not. We're all special. Everybody's time is important. So do not flood again the office with your own personal interest of saving time just because you want to go do your hair. True story, by the way. Yes, I wasn't happy. So again, thank you, everyone. I will be doing more of this as the year progresses. If you have any questions or anything you want to address here, please make sure that you, again, text me, write, come by the office, and I'll be happy to address it. Some of these we will be having it translated as we have done in the past, and we are hoping to get back to that as soon as possible. So again, thank you. Thank you for everything. As always, God bless you. He loves you, and so do I. Take care. Bye-bye.